So Dragonflight, I'm having a good time. Obviously, that's why I haven't been doing any videos. That and I had pneumonia for 4 months, but I've been spending all my time actually playing the game rather than talking about it, which is a good thing. Overall, I'm having a great time this expansion. I've noticed that we seem to be getting a different perspective. I don't know how many people are picking up on, some of the things that Raszageth is saying. Seems like she's getting a lot of flack on the internet. People are like, she's being melodramatic. Well, maybe. Maybe she's having a tantrum. But it's like people are still playing from the perspective that the Titans are these great, good beings that we should all consider our allies, and we should consider anybody against the Titans as our enemy, and that doesn't seem to be the case to me. Because the more I play and the more I get some of these tidbits, like even from the start, Raszageth is talking about, her betrayal and because the Titans showed up on their planet, she says our planet, she's talking about how Azeroth was just elemental and wild and free, and then these Titans show up and the Dragonflights just accepted their gifts and their ordering and punished the Primalists for not accepting. I mean, from my perspective, if it were me, if I was this wild, free, natural being, and all of a sudden these aliens, if you will, because let's face it, the Titans are aliens, they're from other planets, they are other planets, more or less. If they just showed up and, they said, well, this planet's too chaotic, we're going to order it to our liking, and you can either accept our gifts and keep the planet the way we want you to keep it, do what we want, basically just babysit our ordered planet here, or not. We'll put you in prisons, we'll shackle you to keep you from causing any more chaos and disrupting everything, because we're so OCD that we want everything our way. Like, I would have a fit too. Don't put me in shackles. Don't tell me that I can't be a wild, free storm on my elemental, chaotic planet. I'm gonna have a bit of a fit as well. So I don't think Raszageth is being melodramatic at all. I think she's trying to tell us something here. Actually, I think she's a woman scorned, and maybe she's beyond reasoning with and beyond talking to at this point, and rightfully so. Maybe she is exacting revenge, and that's fine. If anything, you can't go around saying that she's the bad guy just because she's having a bit of a tantrum and exacting revenge. Maybe her revenge is for good reason, in which case doesn't necessarily make her the enemy. Maybe we should reconsider. That being said, I still maintain, I did a video, I don't know when, a while back, I still maintain that the old gods also were not the enemy, were not evil, I don't think they were doing anything but minding their own business, and then the Titans showed up and did what they did. I actually don't think that they were being flung out to other planets from the void. I think perhaps maybe they were on Azeroth because they're part of Azeroth. I've said from the start, I think we're going to find out that they come from within Azeroth, and Ny'alotha's a part of Azeroth, and I just don't buy into they're all voidy. I mean, they obviously have aspects of the void, but N'Zoth didn't seem all voidy to me. He seemed more shadowy. A little different. But either way, I don't think they are the ultimate evil. I think we're looking at two different perspectives. I think we're looking at wild, free, chaotic Azeroth and her natural, wild, free, chaotic elemental denizens who, by the way, seem to have a little bit of everything. If we're talking cosmic forces here, if Azeroth is the first and the oldest and from which everything else comes, it would make sense that she would be a little bit of all the cosmic forces and have beings spawn from her, evolve on her, that are representatives of all those different forces. She would have beings from the Fel, beings from Shadow, beings from all the different forces. So if that's the case, and the Titans showed up and said, you know what, no, we don't like this, and changed everything, and maybe they're the reason why she's in a coma, if you will. Like, they're just keeping her asleep and keeping everything because they want everything to be calm and ordered, and they're only interested in the forces that they represent. So I'm not saying they're necessarily evil or even malevolent, but they're certainly meddlesome. These meddling kids. Her meddling kids showed up and started rearranging things. And hey, I know that the joke has been done to death. The whole there's no old gods here. There's no old gods in BFA. There's no old gods in Dragonflight. Well, maybe there should be. I would love to finally get that whole Ny'alotha thing that we've all been after. I would love for N'Zoth not to have been zapped at the end of BFA. I still don't... I made a video about that too. What was the point of that? Why zap N'Zoth? Because, for one thing, if what chronicles say is true, if N'Zoth came from the void, killing him would have sent him back to the void, right? We weren't pumping him full of death to send him to the Shadowlands. He should have gone back to the void, so it wouldn't have made any difference as far as sending power to the Maw. I don't think that was ever necessary for the whole Shadowlands thing. It just doesn't make any sense. And assuming that we didn't kill him, it could be... They could write it such that it was set up that way. They could write it such that Sylvanas, Ajar, somebody, all of them knew, and that they were setting up for Dragonflight, and they could work with that. Or it could be that N'Zoth saw ahead of time and you know, gave us the impression that he was defeated, but he's just hanging out, waiting to bring Ny'alotha out of wherever it's hiding. Something to that nature. I would just love to see the end of Dragonflight leading into the Waking City, because I want that Ny'alotha thing, and I want some answers. I think that we're looking at things the wrong way. There's two sides to everything. There's two perspectives. So you're not necessarily gonna have the good guys and the bad guys and cut and dry, black and white. This is what we should be doing. We should be doing what these guys say because they're ultimately good, and we should be disregarding these guys. We can't go around just killing everybody that doesn't agree with us, because that's just stupid. Obviously. We did that with Illidan, and look what happened. We needed him later. So then we had to do some weird alternate timeline stuff. So yeah, no, we can't just go around killing everyone. I don't know exactly how the Primalists would play into the whole Old Gods Ny'alotha thing, but if they if they reawaken Azeroth in her chaotic original state, destroy all the Titan structures, shatter all the prisons, undo all the shackles, that could potentially lead the way for the Old Gods to just pop right back up out of Azeroth, like, hey, guess what? You killed us, but you sent us right back to Azeroth to begin with, because that's where we come from. Like, that would be great. Probably not gonna happen, but we do have some interesting storylines. We do get to see a little bit of Ny'alotha. Like, if you're paying attention and you're enjoying actually playing Dragonflight as much as I am, I don't like alternate timelines. I don't like timeline stuff in general. I don't like these infinite dimensions, and no. It's like what Tilk said in Stargate SG-1. Like, our timeline is the only one that matters. The only timeline I care about is the one that I am currently present in. The rest of it, no. It's just too much. But I did enjoy the quests for the Bronze Dragonflight. I did enjoy our little side trip into the past and into... We were pretty much there, right? Like, we go into the past and there's all this N'Zothi old god stuff happening, and I'm pretty excited about that because maybe it's a bit of a, like, it could just be an homage to N'Zoth. It could just be Blizzard saying, here you go, here's this, just to make you guys happy. And it may not be anything worth looking into, but it could also be a sneak preview of what's to come if we were to reawaken Azeroth to her original state, so to say, before the Titans showed up and ordered her. It could be like, this is Azeroth. This is the chaotic world from which all the denizens of Azeroth originated. That would be magnificent. As Ajar says, magnificent. I didn't even mean to do that, but yeah. I really want to see some Primalist, Elemental, sticking it to the Titans kind of stuff there towards the end. I'm rooting for the Primalists. I know, that's horrible. I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be helping the Dragonflights. Maybe the black and the blue Dragonflights, sure. But anyone who knows me knows that I have had an issue with the Dragonflights for ever. I mean, my brother and I would play Wrath when it came out. Like, we'd play Wrath and we'd sit there and we'd be in our bedroom together. We'd be playing, he'd be on his computer and I'd be on mine. He's trying to earn rep with, you know, what was it back then? Dragon... It's been so long I can't even remember. But he's doing all the dragon quests and Wrath and all excited about the dragons. I did the blue dragon dailies, of course, all the time, but like, other than that, I wasn't too interested. And he and I used to argue because he thought the Dragonflights were the coolest thing ever, and I didn't. I'm sorry, but I've always had this... I like dragons. I like mythological. Notice the quotations, like I really truly believe that they're mythic. I just don't care for these... Anything that seems too good to be true is probably too good to be true. Anything that seems too self-righteous, too... They just put on too good of an appearance. Everyone has their negative, you know, all living beings, even the dragons, like, I don't care that they're technically not mortals. They're still living creatures. So everything should have a balance. Everyone has their good and their bad. Some maybe lean a little more towards good than bad. But everyone is capable of great good or great bad, including the dragons. And I just don't like... This is why I can't play Alliance. I really can't. I just... The obnoxiousness of it, the self-righteous vibe that they... Well, like, everybody's just so... Let's all just be these good, perfect little... No, you're not. I don't buy into it. And I've always wanted the dragons to be more primal and chaotic and elemental. I don't like that they've been so... It's like they're a bunch of priests trying to preach at us and lead us the right way, and I don't like it. Dragons should not be that way. I like the dragons in D&D. I don't like the World of Warcraft dragons. It's just that simple. So to have the Primalists basically saying, you know, you who accepted, you Dragonflights who accepted the gifts of the Titans, You betrayed your planet. That is a big thing. Like, they say that from the... Raszageth says it from the start when she's talking about our planet. She's talking about the Dragonflights, because the Primalists didn't give in. The Primalists didn't want to be ordered and shackled. They wanted to remain free. They wanted their planet to remain free and chaotic and elemental. Like, that's life. That's how it should be. It should be cyclical and chaotic. Life should not be ordered. That's like this great big cosmic argument here. And I'm liking it. I'm liking Raszageth. I just... be pretty cool if she did have, you know, a visage, but I don't know what it would be. Probably a troll. She could pull off a troll. But either way, that's a whole nother thing. I have all of these notes I've been taking throughout playing the game. Like, I'll be doing something like not even actually questing, but just like getting some renown, going around getting some, like, I have a jewel crafter. My main is a jewel crafter, and sometimes I'm just mining my own business. Not sorry. And I'll happen upon something. I'll see that there's a daily or some quest that I haven't done, I didn't notice, and I'll go and do it. And then the storylines, these storylines are just so full of potential. They're so full of little goodies, and I'm excited about it, because I haven't been excited about World of Warcraft and the lore since somewhere midway through Battle for Azeroth. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, I am genuinely enjoying Dragonflight and having a good old time. And I have a soundtrack. I have put together a playlist just for playing in Dragonflight, because every time I log in, like, certain songs are just playing in my head. So, and I can't just soar and dive and do all this dragon riding in the Dragon Isles without hearing Poison's Ride the Wind. Like, I am literally jamming and enjoying Dragonflight. So if I'm not posting all that much, even though I've got the new setup pretty much set up in my library, but I just, if I have to choose between, you know, making a video and talking about World of Warcraft or actually playing the game right now, I'm playing the game. And that's a good thing. That says it all right there. It's all we need to know. Do we want to make videos? Well, I mean, maybe we want to make videos, but do we really want to make videos, or do we really want to play the game? And if I have to choose, I'm gonna log in. I just happened to have some time today to make this video and carry on completely chaotically about Dragonflight and go Team Raz. Sorry, not sorry. I'm for Team Raz. I'm for the Primalists. Like, also this thing, this Black Dragonflight Rathian versus civilian thing. Civilian? I think I said it right. Those are our choices. I guess I'm Team Rathian, but I'm definitely Team Primalist. Where are the Twilights in all this? Where's the infinite Dragonflight? Where's our voidy old god corrupted dragons? Where's the end of time? I want to see this. Isn't there some epic end of time thing that's supposed to happen? Maybe that'll lead into our Black Empire. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm genuinely enjoying Dragonflight, and I'm excited for the future of it. I'm excited for whatever lore may be ahead, because there's a number of directions it could go, and there's a number of previous storylines that were getting more of, like, I've seen people compare Dragonflight to like a sequel to the Mist of Pandaria. Well, that's fine. That's a fair assessment. But there are some other things, other storylines that they're pulling from that go clean back to Wrath. There's some other storylines that I feel like they kind of picked up. Like, you really can just skip Shadowlands. They kind of picked up where BFA left off, the good parts of BFA. You know, the parts that should have been. Like, we should have been focusing more on that lore. But good job. Good job. Dragonflight is okay. I'm regularly playing the game again and not just trying to get through it. Like, I did not really play Shadowlands per se. I gave it my all. I played through the storyline of it. I did not do most of the in-game content. I didn't enjoy it, so I didn't play it. It's that simple. And I obviously didn't run my alts through it. I did everything I could to avoid running my alts through it. Like, I got the battle pet achievements, okay? I leveled one of my alts just going and doing the battle pet stuff. So, I have trunks. I am good to go. I did not want to do Shadowlands. So, you can say that how I feel about Shadowlands is the opposite of how I'm feeling about Dragonflight, so good job. And with that, now that I've carried on a bit about just how much fun I'm having with the Dragon Isles, yeah, that's about all I got right now. I'm gonna go back to playing it. I'm gonna log back in and have some more fun and ride some more wind. So yeah, stay extra, my fellow terrestrials.